Hi, I am Rob Zipp, and today I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight I'm going to a Pittsburgh Pirates game, but this is a separate vlog. I'm just gonna go around and try to find some cool stuff I can walk around to. So come along and join me on this episode of The Most Epic Adventures. There's the bus. Right over there is Acrisure Stadium. Come on, everybody knows it as Heinz Field. But where I'm at right now is the Duquesne Incline. This is a funicular that goes up this hill here. This is the interesting. I see people over here get a better view, so let's go across. Let's do some light jaywalking. Look at this building. You can see it at the top there. That's what we're gonna be riding in just a few moments. I cannot wait. There it goes. So it's a counterweight system. So when one comes down, the other one goes up. That is beautiful. It looks like fun. They call it a funicular for a reason. Right across the way, that is Point State Park. And right down there, right there, that's PNC Park. That's the baseball stadium I'm going to later tonight. So we're gonna ride this funicular and go across the bridge and go to the park and see what else we can see down here. I know we've got some cool art museums on the other side. You got the Science Center. I don't know what I'm going on to, what I'm getting into. You just have to follow along and see what happens today. There is no rhyme or reason. I'm just having some fun in Pittsburgh, y'all. Now, this could be a problem. Exact cash fare. I don't have exact cash. Let's see if they have an ATM in here. Historic landmark. So it's $5 for the round trip. She's actually giving me credit. How about that? So I can pay her when I come back down. And here's the car.
We gotta visit Johnstown.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow, now do you want to look all the way up to the back. Okay, here comes the other one. They are, yes. Now we're real slow. Hey, come on, kiddos.
All right, here we are at the top. Get an overview up here. Nice panoramic view. There are like 90 bridges, or 90 something bridges here in Pittsburgh. I can see why Bane wanted to blow them all up. Again, yeah, Pittsburgh was used as Gotham in the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. But there's downtown Pittsburgh, y'all. There's all kinds of history of the steel industry here. It's got different beverages that are made in this town. Information about the history of this neighborhood right here. And of course, they've got souvenirs. Locally made items. Look at that handmade ornament. Binoculars. You can get binoculars for $4. We've got magnets. But you know, I collect my stickers and pins. Let's see if they have those in the souvenir shop. Cool photographs for sale. Awesome. Postcards. Found a secret passageway. So go down these stairs, we'll be able to see the mechanism of the incline. So this is a museum self-guided tour. But look at these old wheels spinning. Wow. This is what's controlling. Look at it. Let it go. Duquesne Incline, a working museum. So this tells you the whole mechanism of the entire contraption here. Again, this was built in 1877. Wow, and here's the big cable wheel. Wow. Look at that. That is massive. And you can see the cable line. You can smell the oil they use to lubricate Wow. So cool. This one making the stop at the top here. Got the cobwebs through the glass. Alright, let's go back out to this car. So there were people in the last one, so I didn't really show you guys a good view of the entire car because I didn't want to get those people in the shot. They weren't super friendly. But this is a historical item here. It's not for transportation right now. It's just for fun and history. Again, it's such a cool view of downtown. All right, we're going back down. You see the coal in the river there. Apparently there's a coal convention here. Pittsburgh, y'all.
Catch up, but they have historic about.
That was a lot of fun, actually. The funicular. They don't call it funicular. They just call it the Duquesne Incline. There is another incline, but that is run by the Port Authority, and there's not really much fun about it. So I'm gonna try to cross the bridge and go into downtown. I'm wearing a Code Orange shirt today. These guys are from Pittsburgh, so I'm trying to support a local band while I'm here. All right, I am on the bus going across the bridge. There is not, I thought about walking across this bridge, but there's not a pedestrian walkway. And the bus driver says, no, you can't walk across this bridge, you'll die. So here I am in downtown Pittsburgh. I didn't have exact change. They don't take Apple Pay or cards. You have to have exact change. It's $2.75, so I just had to put in $3. I don't know. Just see where we go. I just got off the bus, right across the street from where I got on the bus. That's what happens when you just randomly get on a bus, don't really know where you're going. And I paid $3 cash, not realizing I had an app that I could buy an all-day pass for $7. So I'm ended up spending $10 on public transit. I'm not even sure if I'm going to use it again today. Just part of the adventure, guys. Thanks for coming along with me. And the bus driver said you can't walk across this bridge, you'll die. Yeah, maybe from the upper level, but from the lower level there is a pedestrian way. I see a guy on a bicycle up here, I'll get out of his way, but going right over here to the state park. There is the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Goes right through that mountain there. It brings you in to Pittsburgh, to Fort Pitt State Park is where we're going. All right, so I am walking on the Fort Pitt Bridge. Bus driver said I would die trying to walk across this bridge. He was wrong. He was dead wrong. But I don't know, maybe Bane's gonna blow it up. Maybe that's why. I just think it's like, I'm not sure which river this is and which river that is, but you can tell the difference in the water. It's crazy. I hear like there's a difference in the water in the oceans as well, and you can see like border lines between them when they meet. I'm not a fan of these double-decker bridges though. I don't think they have any earthquakes they have to worry about. I didn't see this earlier, but right over there is High Hawk Stadium. That is the home of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds of the USL Championship. Looks like a nice little stadium. They, typically play on weekends, so I'm not going to be able to catch one of their matches here. But that seemed like a bad place to watch a match. Made it to the Fort Pitt Museum. This is the Fort Pitt Blockhouse. This is a historic landmark, guys. Here is the Fort Pitt Museum, excuse me. There's the Fort Pitt Bridge and the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Let's go inside the museum. Of course, you can't have a fort museum without a cannon out front. It's nice and shiny. Coat of Arms of William Pitt, Earl of Chatham. So that's what this town is named after. Here is a diorama of the original fort. Right here, Fort Pitt. This is where Pittsburgh was founded. This is the founding portion of this town. There's a bust of William Pitt. Lived from 1707 to 1778. Look at that schnauzer. See pictures of how they built the diorama. They honor the native history, the people that were here first. Cool art on the wall. I like this. It's a recreation of a old log cabin. Whoa, that scared me. There's a dude in there. It's the fur trade. He's a fur trader. Got some pelts for me, mister? I have some green paper for you. The underground laboratory. They worked on some different concoctions and artilleries to make the cannons go boom. You can see what that looks like inside the cannon. All the powder right there and the cannonball at the end. And they just light it. It's called science. Man, that's a big one right there. That's a big boy. Different, the little boys. It's another big cannonball right there. This is what it was like in the barracks. They had some bunk beds. Guy reading by candlelight. One of the famous redcoats. Here we are on the second floor. People's ancient Pittsburgh. Got a tomahawk and a shillelagh. George Washington. General George Washington got his start here. These long muskets.
They were gradually replaced by new.
All right, the Fort Pitt Museum. I kind of skimmed over what was there. It's about the history. This place, where we're standing right now, this was Fort Pitt. This is where this city was founded. It was a British and I think maybe American. There was a lot of history concerning the British, the Americans, pre-revolution, and the Native Americans in the area. So it was built as a British fort for Western expansion. A lot of interesting history in there. I recommend checking it out for sure. But aside from the museum, this is a state park here in Pennsylvania. Point State Park. Promenade and a fountain. So, Point State Park at Fort Pitt. Get to hashtag enjoy nature. All right. Here we are. We're on the other side of the river from the Duquesne Incline. You can see it, and it's all of its glory there on the side of the hill with the big Iron City beer advertisement up there. It's such a cool thing. I don't know. It was necessary when they built it, for sure. Now it's just fun. A funicular. There it is. There's the fountain at the tip of the point at Point State Park here in Fort Pitt. This is where Pittsburgh was founded, this point right here. And now it's just an ever-flowing gush of water into the air. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it. I still don't know why they changed the name of the football stadium. That's so weird. Should be Heinz Field. Speaking of Heinz, actually you can see right over there, the Mr. Rogers statue is right over there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get over there or not, but speaking of Heinz, we are going to go to Heinz, the Heinz History Museum next. And it's the Western Pennsylvania Sports Museum as well. So you sports fans should enjoy that. So keep on watching and joining me on this adventure, guys. So I made the executive decision to go ahead and walk there. It's a 1.2 miles walk. That's not too far. Just 12 blocks. They close at 5 p.m. It's going to be a little bit after 4 when I get there. Hopefully that'll budget in enough time. But I think it'll be worth it to be able to walk along this river, hashtag enjoy nature, and see all of these great bridges. Artwork on the Allegheny. So I guess this is the Allegheny River. Hopefully there's some cool artwork. Here we go. Here is that street art I was looking for here in Pittsburgh. Information about the artist as well. Scan that for more. Very cool. I have never seen concrete birdhouses before. That's what it appears to be. That is the Andy Warhol Bridge, followed by the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Actually, that's the Roberto Clemente Bridge behind me. In front of me is the Rachel Corcoran Bridge, something. Like I said there are like 90 bridges here in Pittsburgh. It's insane. I've never seen so many bridges ever anywhere. Here is our next stop, the Heinz History Center and the Western Pennsylvania Sports Museum. We have about 40 minutes. Let's see if we can see everything, do a speed run. Senator John Heinz History Center, in association with the Smithsonian Institution, voted one of the best museums in the country. Again, we're gonna have to do a speed run through this. All right, well, it was voted Pittsburgh's #1 museum, so I'm here. We've got a Green Book exhibit here. Interesting part of American history. All right, I'm in. It was only $10 because I had already paid $8 at the Fort Pitt Museum. I actually walked here from there, but she recommended I take the elevator to the 5th floor and then work my way down from there. But so here's what they have on the 5th floor: Clash of the Empires, the British, French, and Indian War. We Can Do It, World War II, Mueller Education Center, 4th floor, Special Education Gallery, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Visual State Storage, Heinz from Sailor. They got a lot of stuff in this museum, but like I said, we're gonna do a speed run. So very much like at the Fort Pitt Museum, history of the British, French, and Indian War from 1754 to 1763. A lot of that happened here. Golf balls. But speed run. This guy's carrying a canoe. More porridge, please. All right, going straight to the World War II Museum. Got Rosie the Riveter. You can do it, Rosie. Everyone's war. Tuskegee Airmen. There is a great Tuskegee Airmen little museum at Proudbird outside of LAX. It's a very cool place. I'm gonna make a video of that soon. There's a Jeep. Heinz, what's that? Food. Oh, it's all about the food. There is the man, Senator Heinz, right there. Look at that stash. He looked like a happy guy. That was the factory. You can see the famous 57. That is beautiful. People love my idea. I told them they need to have a fanny pack from the baked beans. The pickles are famous. The ketchup is famous. The baked beans are huge in England. They would sell like hot beans. There's the giant ketchup bottle made of smaller ketchup bottles, telling you the history of the bottle. I mean, this is just a part of American life. Heinz. And actually, if you go to Europe, any kind of condiment you see, it's going to mostly be a Heinz condiment. It's crazy. United States, we think of the ketchup, but they have 57 varieties of products. They have more than that, actually. I just met Roy and some other educators here. Thanks for subscribing, guys. I appreciate the support. You gave me a pickle, like pin thing kind of thing. I put it in my pocket. Very nice. Special collections. So these are neighborhoods, paintings of the neighborhoods here in Pittsburgh. Oh, the Falk Foundation. Like I said, I'm still making a speeder. Oh, here it is. Here's my guy. This is what I came to the 4th floor to see. And this is his, oh, that's his, oh, the original sets from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. There he is. If you didn't know, Mr. Rogers is from Pittsburgh. Oh, how can you not love Mr. Rogers? And the king and the castle. Oh my God. The puppets. I can't remember their names, but I love them so much. I love it. Those are his shoes, Mr. Rogers' shoes. Oh my God. Oh, this was worth it just to see that. And then his clothes. The clothing of Fred Rogers. His cardigan, his ties. Oh my goodness. Just stuff about Pittsburgh's history, funeral history. This is truly fantastic. Old furniture, making of old furniture and linens, old Eastern Orthodox Church things, fire department axes. Wow. So every museum has a storage facility. You know, there's usually a lot more stuff in storage than in the actual museum. But this is a little window into what they have in storage. Right here, vehicles, bicycles, look at the bumper car, the train. Collection of chairs, furniture, paintings. This is just stuff that's in storage that they kind of made little displays for. Look at that chair. It's so cool. This City Basketball Championship 1962. 3rd floor is where Discovery Place is. It's for children. And then you got Mr. Rogers in there. But then you've got this bear. All right, Lewis and Clark, they took off from Pittsburgh. Who knew? I guess if I would have remembered that more in history class, this was where they started their journey. I bet you the teachers working here in the classroom. I see some football and some baseball bats. I see sports. The Kaiser Trophy Room. Here we go. Western Pennsylvania Sports Museum is included as part of your admission. Josh Gibson, one of the greatest baseball players you might have never heard of. Wrestling, boxing right here. Of course, you got your Steelers, or Stillers as they call them here, Pittsburgh Stillers. They love their Stillers here. One thing I like, here's replicas of all their Super Bowl trophies, called a Sixburg. There's the ring. Yeah, one thing I like about Pittsburgh is every one of their teams has the same color. Let's keep the Bucks here, 1985. I didn't know the Pirates were threatened to leave. And we got your Mario Lemieux holding the Stanley Cup. Your Penguins Hall. Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, and there. There is a Stanley Cup. All the times they've won it. 91, 92, 2009, 2016, 2017. I didn't realize they won it that many times. Autographed pucks. All their jerseys throughout history. Which one of these is your favorite? I like the traditional one. This one right here. That's my favorite one. It's got my 15-minute warning. The place is gonna be shutting down. I gotta make it to that gift shop. See if they got some baked beans. Right. On the second floor, continuation of the sports museum. Got the immaculate reception. Franco Harris. Got the lockers. Winning starts here. And this is like where we're entering the stadium. This is pretty cool. The steel curtain. They've had some championships here in Pittsburgh. Counting me down to when I gotta get kicked out of this place. Different innovations that are taking place here. It's a self-driving vehicle from Ford. How did it get in here? Medical breakthroughs. Organ tissue coolers. What kind of medical discoveries? From Pittsburgh to the moon. The first word on the moon was Houston. Not Pittsburgh. Post-war consumerism. It's an old kitchen. Old living room. It's like the carousel of progress. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Another Jeep. Rosie the Riveter again. We see her more than once here. Tuskegee Army Air Corps. She scared me. Oh, look at these. That's cool. The World's Fair. Andrew Carnegie. I mean, there's so much stuff in this museum, guys. I'm kind of doing a disservice to myself and to you by kind of doing a speed run through here. Union strength. All the coal miners. This is like a city block, like an alley here. Wow. I don't think this grill is open. You got horses. I mean, that's where I was just at. You gotta go through the cornfield, go through a corn maze. There's a still. This lady's cooking by the fireplace. Pittsburgh, a tradition and an innovation. All right, here we are back on the first floor where we started. Green Book, oh, it's coming. May 13th, it's in a couple days. I missed it. I need to see the movie. We've got the old fire trucks, the pickle trucks, delivering pickles and ketchup and relish and beans and all that great stuff. Silver car, Ford Deluxe sedan with stainless steel body. Jeez. There's a giant freaking cannon. That is massive. That is a 20-inch Rodman gun. 1864. Holy cow. Oh, Lord, the cable car. We're not going to get on there. We're going to go to the museum shop. I'm going to exit through the gift shop. Exit through the gift shop. done, you place your sticker with Fred. How nice. All right, guys, this museum is actually really, really cool. Highly recommend, without a doubt, and try not to spend less than 40 minutes in here like I did. It's worth checking out for a few hours, without a doubt. All right, I'm hashtag walking to my next destination, and man, that is scary looking. Demolishing this old building. Out with the old one with the new, I suppose. All right, guys, it's an institution here in Pittsburgh, Primanti Brothers. Should I get the sandwich with the fries? Should I get a salad with the fries? Should I get something else? I guess we're about to find out. This mural. Look at that sandwich right there. Look at that. Hashtag double chin cam.
Yeah, the only other thing we have besides t-shirts, we do have like dog bandana kind of things.
Manny Brothers is delicious. Get it the way they make it. I still had to pull it apart. I can't eat it all, but guys, until next time, remember to drink water, listen to metal, enjoy nature, and have the most epic adventures. Check out my next video at the Pirates game. Are in the Berg. Doesn't look like it's a business. I got so many pens and stickers. Check out my Layover playlist. All that other stuff.